Danny Vegas time. Do I have to start over again? Pow! Danny Vegas time in a Danny Vegas world. I welcome to the here nor there. I think that's what I call this thing. It's kind of my second week that I hopped on this thing on a Sunday and rambled on for about 20 minutes. We're going to do the same thing today. It's a little different today. Last week, I had a little fun with the background. I blurred it out, but today I did not do that. So you all know that I basically have been doing studio work forever, and I decided to kind of come out of retirement. Well, as far as this is concerned, and I asked my wife if I could paint one of her walls black. So exciting news. She said, yeah, sure, go ahead. And so we have a family room that is kind of away from the regular part of the house. And so I painted the wall black. And basically, as you can see, this is a corner. And I have a little light behind me. So that's how we kind of got back into the podcasting game. I kind of do this as a hobby, kind of have some fun. And we talk about in here nor there, just some topics that's going on in the world, or might be local, maybe not, don't really matter. Now, last week, I want to thank everybody for saying that they enjoyed watching some of the segments. I was relatively surprised that we had so many people enjoying the little ranting that I was doing. It wasn't really ranting. So we'll continue on. We'll just continue on. I do want to do a couple shout outs and updates. Last week, we talked about the old country western singer that came out with that song, and boy, everybody freaked out about it. And now we got the two forces in play: the cancelers and the non-cancelers, and the non-cancelers trying to cancel the cancelers, and the cancelers trying to cancel the songwriter or the country western guy. Well, like I said, I think after a week, it's kind of everybody's just right where they began. The guy's basically doing his concerts, and his song went to #1. And I don't think it's on. They're showing the video anymore, but there's still thousands of downloads and all that stuff. So, yay for him. And cancelers just keep trying, I guess. The second thing we talked about last week, the update is the young lady that made the fabrication about the toddler on the freeway. She has come clean, and she is pretty much said she made it all up, which we all kind of knew. But really, I haven't really seen why she went there. I don't know. I don't know why she did that. She sure got in a heap of trouble, but at the end of the day, I think we'll probably, in 5 years, someone will say, whatever happened to that lady? And then they'll probably do a 60-minute special on her or something. What happened to her 10 years ago? And she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. All right, shout out to a little bit of one of my friends, Nicole Taylor Sharp, who is doing all these pictures of her trip up to Montana, which is great. Okay, so a lot of great stuff there. So if you're a friend of Nicole Taylor Sharp on Facebook, you can see all the pictures. Okay, first thing I want to yak about is I was a little surprised. I was a little shocked, but I shouldn't have been. Now that this Barbie movie seems to be taking the world by storm. I mean, I was a little surprised that, but then again, why am I surprised? Let's go over it. Barbie, which, as we all know, has been around since the 60s. Okay. And so it's a generational doll of a modern, female or girl or whatever you call them nowadays, lady, woman, whatever. And over the years, she's been homemaker Barbie and flight attendant Barbie and Corvette Barbie, and these dolls have been selling to generations of little girls. Parents have bought Barbie dolls for their daughters for going on, I don't know, it's 40, 60 plus years, I guess. Yeah, close to 60 years. So when the movie comes out, is it any surprise that everybody's into it? I mean, grandmas, mothers, daughters. Hey, we had some kids kind of young, it might even be a great grandma, have all been somewhat connected with this toy, Barbie. And of course, the longtime boyfriend, Ken. So is it any surprise that when someone kind of makes this Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory type movie, where it's kind of a Barbie world and it's make-believe and it's just everything is sunshine and rainbows, that it just kind of drags out the nostalgia of generations of girls, women, and fully raised women, full-grown women, I should say. So it doesn't shock me that it's going to make $500 million here in the next few days. I guess it's close to $500 million in a short period of time in a worldwide setting. Because Barbie is Americana. And I didn't care what color you were, your daughter had a Barbie. Now, what's so funny, I must admit, I never bought Barbies for my daughters. I never did. And I don't know why. I mean, they never asked for one for Christmas or anything. Now they're fully grown now, but I kind of wonder. I never really bought a Barbie. I never got into the Barbie gig. Never, had to sit down and play with Barbies with my little girls. So I never bought one. And to be interested in my two daughters and care less about the Barbie movie. So maybe there's something to be said there that if you were born and got a Barbie and you played with Barbies and you still got your Barbies in your closet, maybe you want to go see that movie. Maybe it's a way for mothers and daughters to kind of connect and go enjoy this movie where I guess every position of power is held by a Barbie, and all the kids are just basically slough-offs, and all they want is time with Barbie. So don't be surprised. Now, we have people out there that are basically throwing poison on this movie. I mean, it's neither here nor there. I would just tell folks, just calm down on this stuff, man. Barbie, come on. Let Barbie be Barbie. What did you expect out of Barbie? Anyway. Okay. Let's get into the second topic I have on my list. Might be a little bit more controversial. I don't think it is, but people certainly do. As you all know, the Women's World Cup soccer tournament is going on right now. And our beloved United States team certainly neck deep in this tournament. I think a lot of people are kind of like, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it all the way through this time. But they're still neck deep in it. They play on Tuesday, which I think is August 1st, 2023. And if they win this game, they go into the knockout round. That's where you win, continue, lose, go home. But there's a little controversy going on. And I don't mean it's a big controversy, because the cool thing about it is people just don't give a damn, I guess, at this point. But when this team, which is made up of people in their 30s and people that are 18, I mean, there's a gamut. But it seems like the starters, who usually come out and march out, the starters of the soccer team they stand there, and the opposing team stands there, and then they do the national anthem of both teams, whoever's playing. It appears our beloved United States team doesn't really like the national anthem. You have about 4 that sing it, put their hands on their heart, close their eyes, and of course the other team, the whole team's singing their national anthem. I mean, they're singing at even the communist countries are out there singing their national anthem. But our girls, it's kind of stone-faced. And I think Fox, who is carrying the World Cup, has done a great job and not even mentioned it. They haven't even mentioned it. I think I saw on Facebook one of the gals finally said something, kind of an interesting player, stone-faced, during the national anthem. It's an interesting story because her parents are first-generation immigrants who fought to get to this country so that their children have a better pathway. And now their children do have another pathway. And of course, stone-faced during the national anthem. That's kind of interesting. But I would say the best thing to do, because you just have to remember, I don't believe any of these kids or any of these players who are kind of snubbing their nose at the national anthem for whatever reason, I don't think any of them have really faced any type of challenge to their positions. They just ramble on social media. They just ramble on. And of course, no one really challenges that. Even the head white woke queen, Megan Rapinoe, you notice she never really gets herself in the position where she's challenged by her ideas. She never goes up against a Candace Owens or Ben Shapiro or any of these other people that obviously don't think the way she does. You notice that she's very careful on where she says her message, which I guess in today's world, that's the way you do it. So anyway, you guys kind of, I have to meet personally, I don't think you have to sing the national anthem. I don't think most people even know the words to the national anthem all the way through. But to purposely do stone face and kind of obviously trying to show some type of message, but you don't really know what the message is. But I tell people all the time, I don't mean to ramble on this stuff. A democracy where people are free, it's not clean. It's not nice. It's kind of messy. And you got to be able to respect people that don't think like you and maybe do things that you wouldn't do to try to get a message out there. So I understand that. And I believe in that. But at the same time, yeah, I'd like to see the gals who have this golden pathway that was created by the hard work of their parents and the hard work of themselves in a country that allows pathways for, in my view, everybody. Sometimes the pathways are easy, sometimes they're not. But there's a pathway to kind of show some appreciation for that. I'll let you think about that as we move on to the tournament, because if they lose to Portugal next week, they're coming home anyway. I don't expect that, but it could happen. Okay. What else do I got? I think that's about it for this week. What I'll do here is I'll go ahead and clip this up and shorten it out and put it all on the social media so y'all can watch this and you don't have to watch the whole thing. But I appreciate today, and I will see you next Sunday at noon or somewhere around there for Here Nor There.